Dragon Ball Z Kai showed us how revising a series can really change a lot as a whole. It delivers to the fans who want a more polished version of their original series and gets the voice actors back into the mood of it thanks to their new experience as voice actors. It cut filler and gated more towards the manga and original source material, which is why a lot of us hardcore fans love Dragon Ball Z Kai so much. This was only the case for Dragon Ball Z, the most popular installment out of the Dragon Ball franchise. But what about the original Dragon Ball itself before Z? Does it deserve the Kai treatment like it? Well, that's what we'll be talking about in this video. My name is Ninja and let's dive into another Dragon Ball discussion. But I'm not alone in this video, I'm joined by the one, the only, FrozenParticle. Say hey.
Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. Happy to be here, man.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, before you watch this video, I'll have a link in the description, go check out if FrozenParticle makes great content. I feel like you all will absolutely love it because he just covers so many different things. It's so entertaining to watch. Yeah, so that's just what's gonna be here. So I want to just answer the question directly. Do you think Dragon Ball should get the Dragon Ball Z Kai treatment?
Should it? Yeah, I mean, it would be nice. I don't think it's a necessity because Dragon Ball is a pretty, like, it doesn't have too much filler. It's not like Z, how it's like 200 plus episodes. It's pretty concise, and the only stuff I would really like to cut out is the Red Ribbon Army filler, because that drags on way too much. But apart from that, I don't think it really needs, like, revising or cutting up. Maybe maybe a remaster would be fine, but not sort of an entire show based on, like, cutting out the filler, making it closer to the manga. I wouldn't like that. I would like just a remaster, sort of a touch-up, make it HD, and just have it on a Blu-ray release, and then when Funimation handles it, they can sort of redub it as they see fit, with the new voices, Colin Clinkerbid and Monica Rial. I think that would be cool. So an HD remaster, not necessarily like an entire sort of remake, I guess.
Yeah. Like, the whole filler stuff, I can't agree with you there, because the Red Ribbon Army, if you watch the anime, a lot of fans aren't a big fan, who have seen the original Dragon Ball, aren't really a big fan of the whole Red Ribbon Army stuff, because it dragged on ridiculously long and just made everyone get bored of it. In the manga, however, some people consider it to be one of the best Dragon Ball arcs, like, ever, because it's less dragged out, it's less padded, and it flows together much better. So I can't agree with you there, because, like, the other filler aren't even that bad. Like, the whole Goku training stuff, that actually does add more to the story in many ways, and isn't, like, completely takes away from it or bores us or anything. So I do definitely agree that the filler cutting out isn't too bad of a difference, but one thing I do think that a positive point for why Dragon Ball should get the Kai treatment is due to the fact that a lot of the voice actors from pretty much when they dubbed the original Dragon Ball and stuff, they've changed, alright? And the original dub, Kid Goku is voiced by Stephanie Nadolny, and now we all kind of know she's not really associated with Funimation anymore, and same with Tiffany Vollmer, so Goku and Bulma, we don't really get any more of them anymore. Like, sure, because if you look at it in the Dragon Ball games, in Xenoverse 1, Xenoverse 2, Tenkaichi, all that stuff, we don't really get to see, like, the whole original Dragon Ball. It's just always Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and even a little bit of Dragon Ball Super. They never cover the original Dragon Ball, so we don't really get a chance to see, like, the whole voice actors just getting back into the mood of things. Now, we did get a little glimpse of what could have been the new voice actors, and these 4 Dragon Ball specials, pretty much. So, they were what were the 4 specials again? It was something like that. I'll have it on the screen.
Curse of the Blood Rubies, Mystical Adventure, this is out of order, by the way. Sleeping Princess in Devil's Castle, and Path to Power, the 4 Dragon Ball movies. Of course, Path to Power came later. That was sort of a GT looking one. But yeah, those were the 4 films. Yeah,
those films pretty much, they didn't really, like, they weren't new stories per se. They were just kind of like wrapping up all, like, a good portion of that of a specific arc, and kind of just making a little twist and changes to fit it into, like, an hour-long film. That's pretty much where they were, and we did get a little glimpse of them because this was made, like, I believe sometime around 2010, if not after. I'll have to put it up on the screen, but the way it's gonna work, because, you know, obviously at that time, this is kind of like the new Dragon Ball era for voice acting and everything like that. We got to see a little glimpse of him, and I gotta say, Colin Clinkenbeard as Kid Goku, as she previously voiced Kid Gohan, that was a very interesting spin on things, as this one's a little more excited. This one's, because Kid Goku is a completely different character than Kid Gohan, and it's interesting to see her give a new tone to the character. And with Monica Rial, we all see her as we all seen her as with her Bulma and Kai and the new video games and stuff. But the thing is, we haven't seen her take this younger take of Bulma aside from those 4 films. So I think it will be a very interesting to see, rather than just 4 films to show the voice actors' talent, why don't we get a whole series on it to really show that they've gone back and revised it and a lot of it and stuff. Because the old Dragon Ball dub, it's not nearly as bad or cringeworthy as the Z dub, and it's not even that bad to begin with. It's just, it can still be polished a little bit more. That's why I think, you know, it deserves the Kai treatment. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see Colin Klunkenbeard and Monica Real reprise their roles as Bulma and Kid Goku, but I think we already have enough of that with Xenoverse 2 and Xenoverse 1 and all of those sort of video games, so I wouldn't want like a whole like redub just for those voices, and I think I disagree with you a little bit. I think the Dragon Ball dub is a little cringeworthy at points, you know, it is has full of...
Yeah, it's not perfect, it's not even that great, but it's better than the Z dub, we can say that for sure.
Better than the Z dub, yeah, I agree. But, yeah, I don't know, man, I think, again, I'd like to see a HD remaster of Dragon Ball. I think that would be amazing, but not necessarily the Kai treatment. I think that would be cool though, like an HD remaster with new voices. I mean, the Japanese are already fine as they are, like, there's no reason to, like, make them redub it, so an HD remaster would do, like, fine, and yeah, no, I think that would be good, yeah.
Yeah, plus in Japan, they've already kind of referred to, like, Dragon Ball Kai, which goes over Z, and with, like, Dragon Ball, the Kai in general, so what would they call the original Dragon Ball to begin with? Like, Dragon Ball Kai, the Lost Chapters, or something like that. With here, it's all easy, just remove the Z or whatever, and, yeah, I was talking with you about this earlier. They did kind of miss their chance to maybe redub the Dragon Ball, do like a Kai or remaster treatment with the 30th anniversary of the Dragon Ball anime and stuff. They kind of missed that opportunity because they were so busy with this other stuff. They just never got the chance to do it or announce it or whatever. So it is kind of not the greatest timing for them to do it, considering the fact that everyone's like on the super hype train and everything like that. So, but speaking of Super, my next point correlates with that, because another reason why I feel Dragon Ball could have the Kai treatment is, as we see in Dragon Ball Super, they're paying some homage to the original Dragon Ball. Stuff like the Mafuba, the Arale episode, stuff like that is really paying homage to the original Dragon Ball, giving us nostalgia and stuff. But what about the new fans who have just gotten into it because of something like Battle of Gods, Kai, even Super in some cases? Maybe they aren't really as aware of the original Dragon Ball anime and don't get these references. With something like a new Dragon Ball storyline, which they haven't seen, obviously we've all seen it, but with something they haven't seen, they'll get interested. They're like, whoa, is this Goku's life before, you know, he was found out he became a Saiyan and all? Everyone's gonna get intrigued, and if they advertise it like, they won't advertise it like this, but when people find out that's how they get some of the references in Super, it'll all make sense, and this could definitely garner some attention with it, you know?
Right, I get you. I think steps are already being planted as to, like, people finding Dragon Ball through the like, as you said, like, the references in, like, Super, Xenoverse 2 and all that stuff. They're definitely paying homage. And also, as I said, steps are being taken because on Crunchyroll, Anime Lab, and all of those subbing sites, there is Dragon Ball on there that you can go and watch, and yeah, so steps are being taken. It's up to Toei really whether they want to really sort of give us a new sort of remaster or Kai version, and yeah, I think like enough love is, you know, being given to Dragon Ball. I certainly think it needs more love because it's, you know, arguably better than Z, but that's just another whole can of worms. But yeah, I would appreciate a Kai dub because it is kind of strange, isn't it, Ninja, that like Z, well, it's kind of obvious really because like Z is the most popular series, like worldwide, but like it is kind of strange that they didn't start with Bull and work, like they didn't work their way up to Z, and yeah, it is kind of strange. But also in Z Kai, it did go back and like on the first episode of Kai, they did flashback.
Do like a recap?
Yeah, no, exactly, like a little prologue sequence with the narrator about Dragon Ball. So that's all the Dragon Ball there really is in Kai so far. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's just been both sides of our argument or reasons why we think Dragon Ball should get the Kai treatment or should it not, instead like a remaster and stuff. But what do you guys think? Do you think Dragon Ball should get the Kai treatment like what I say? Or do you think Dragon Ball should just get rather stuff like something like a remaster like what Particle said? Or do you think something else? I want to hear everyone's input in the comments down below, and because I really am interested in this topic and I want to hear everyone's input in the comments down below. Again, I'd like to thank my very special guest, the FrozenParticle, for coming on this channel. His first debut on this channel, so it would be fun to see him on the channel a little more. And yeah, anything to say, Particle?
Nah man, just subscribe to Ninja, like this video, comment. I'd like to hear your thoughts as well. Thank you.
Anyways guys, thanks so much for watching. Ninja out. Peace everybody.